Live, let's check. So everything is working okay. Don't see it. Probably is live. Yeah. The app, the YouTube app is pretty bad. My microphone is breaking. It's not holding properly. Ooh. Hope you can hear me okay. I haven't done the sound check yet. These headphones are really annoying. And let me find the stream. The share. I need the share. The usual Twitter and run away. I'm not actually using Twitter. It's a pretty bad platform, but I am posting on it, so I am using it. And we also pop it into LinkedIn. That's where most of my engagement, interactions are. So this will be another GPT therapy session. I've been fixing the site styling. Yeah, I did too much. Spent too much time on it. I don't want to spend any more time on it unless absolutely necessary. So the ads are back. Google reviewed the site. Some of the ads are pretty bad. It's the scripting still working on. It's taking input directly from my microphone. So it's working really well, even if I'm whispering actually. So it's pretty good. If I totally lose my voice, I'll be using this for streaming. It's working pretty well. There's no ad for this page yet. I'll just keep this one running for a while because I want to actually still testing it, and if you want to help me test it, that will be great as well. So yeah, this is a good ad. This type of ads I like. Hopefully get more of those. Deakin University, it's pretty good. What's up with my camera? And let me just check the sound. There's actually so it's pretty low, is it? Yeah, I can only still have a crackling noise. Noise. It is noise. Voice. Hopefully it comes back soon. So yes, I mentioned this in a stream. Someone was actually asking what is it I'm trying to do. So we're doing 3 things at the moment. Have 3 things running at the moment. New tools. This is the site. There's some bits Python code. Some older stuff is LabVIEW API. Yeah, which is not great. Yes, I got feedback from a listener that when I do the read aloud, it was too loud. Yeah, fixed a few things on the side, but still have to keep testing. Yeah, obviously, ideally there will be no ads on a page like this, but it was just easier to have them on all pages. Yeah, it's coming up on this page as well, which is not ideal, but yeah, I might try and limit that later. On the phone, it's sometimes a bit funny. Which one's more? So the iPhone 12 Pro is just longer, is it? By the looks of it. And ads will not be displayed. I don't know if it's because I'm getting an error or this error I seem to be getting anyway. It's probably in getting it only in. Yeah, again, I don't want to spend too much time. Oh no, now the ad is there. This was a bit weird. It's only when you scroll down on the page. Oh, come on. Why? Let's still, what? Still have did this consider, is this transcribed as profanity or something? Hope not. It's still transcribing. Yeah, it seems like when you move to a different tab, depending on your browser and the like, it will do different things. An unknown error. Speech recognition aborted. I don't know why. Yeah, probably been on a different tab for too long. Yeah, some of this styling has to be corrected. I just try it quickly now because it's actually right. So this is one of the new tools. I'll come back to this in a sec. Trying to explain yesterday what this does. We actually have an explanation for this one as well. We'll pop it at the bottom of the page because we're also using that for, it's essentially the prompts for ChatGPT for generating this. If you like, I mean, all the code should be on the website as well. Yeah, someone was asking about the source code for some of the previous tools. Hopefully you'll be listening to this video of me saying the all the older tools were done in LabVIEW API, so that code is, well, yeah, it's a bit clunky and old. Like say tool like this is actually LabVIEW producing this, and so um, I don't know, the data should be accessible in a JSON file. But yeah, it's difficult for me to share because it's in LabVIEW code and not many people actually use it. So hopefully eventually I will be redoing, will have time to redo all this in Python or R. Apparently Panda add-on in Python is the same as R language. So and yes, we actually started doing, well, actually synthetic ECG. So this is this tool here. We have the description for it as well. So why it's displaying all the data in here. It's a bit unnecessary. Just have to fix Takes 47. Is this still? Yeah, this is still running. I don't know what happened to the what? Now it's working okay, is it? Yeah, it's still transcribing. It didn't delete. I had some trouble before. Samsung Galaxy. It's actually better display, but again, what's up? Yeah, I have to fix the styling for this. I guess they have different styling files. It's in the header, is it? Somewhere. Can't see it at the moment. And we also wanted for this scroll down window to automatically scroll to the end for what's currently being transcribed. So I don't know if how long will that take. So yes, but it's not a bad display on the phone, except the logo is being messed up. But those metrics can be actually shown on the graph itself somewhere. It will be like the, so it's a standard thing like on oscilloscopes where you have the running whatever 10 seconds. You can set your time window. That will be nice. And then it will also show you like the absolute maximum for the longer time scale. It probably can be shown somewhere on the chart as well. So we will try that. This is in the works as well. I don't know if you have a preference for me to work more on one or the other. Please do let me know. Oop, just opens the logo. No, that's not what we wanted. It's a bit weird. Yeah, on the phone you probably shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Yeah, I love the Deacon ads coming up. Hopefully I'm not getting paid from watching my own ads. There's a big no for me to click on my own ads, and I'm not doing that. But yeah, normally I actually use ad blocker, but please don't. If you wanna support your creators, don't use ad blockers on on, on the websites. Just try to read out loud so I don't lose my voice entirely. And see what's the volume of it like.
What is Bionic Chaos? It's an open project democratizing biomedical data processing. Please see youtube.com/@bionichouse for more information. What does the name Bionic Chaos mean? It describes the sometimes chaotic result of combining biology and electronics. What am I getting out of Bionic Chaos? Bionic Chaos can
Just trying to match my own volume to the volume of the bot. That's a bit hard. So mine is just in minus 10 dB. It's the orange region. I should be in the orange, so I should be talking louder.
contains dashboards, web applications and APIs for processing and reviewing biomedical data. I hope it fosters interest in biomedical data science and engineering. What topics are covered? We cover a variety of signal processing topics such as statistics, fuzzy logic, neural nets, spectrogram, image classification, graphic processing, and many more. Bionic Chaos contains many practical example tools that
Yeah, the bot is just in the orange. Mine is fluctuating. Has more fluctuation than the bot. The bot is more monotonous, which is good and no good. It's good for the sound balancing, not so much for, yeah.
Tools that help determine signal characteristics, predict events, and irregularities within signals to better understand biomedical data. Do I need to download or install anything? No, just select an example application from the homepage and let the magic of data exploration begin. However, standalone versions of the tools can be customized for any specific needs. Is the website, web apps, and data hosted locally? Yes, everything is hosted locally on Warren Land. Are third-party trackers or other tools used on Bionic Chaos? No third-party tools, only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. However, there might be some minimal amount of Google Ads integration to cover minor server electricity costs.
Yeah, that's right. This is what the ad that I just hidden is for.
Can I access the raw data used on Bionic Chaos? Yes, all raw data used on this site is de-identified and available in the public domain. Exact sources are mentioned in each specific example tool. Can I use Bionic Chaos for anything? Yes, anything posted on Bionic Chaos is released under a Creative Commons Attribution license. You can use it for any purpose, including commercial. You can repost, remix, and re-whatever, as long as you mention the source. Can I use my own data? Yes, ideally, upload your data to any public repository like Fissionet, GitHub, etc., and send me the link. In a rare case where data is top secret, I could set you up with a login on my other site bionicloud.com, but that will incur an additional cost. Do you have to make a disclaimer? Yes, any information or tools on this site are not certified for clinical or commercial use. This is an experimental site and comes as is, including all its bugs and defects. Do not use for any clinical or diagnostic purposes. The developer is not taking liability for any financial loss, misdiagnosis, nuclear holocaust, zombie apocalypse, and worst of all, loss of data. Is Bionic Chaos secure? Bionichouse.com is now secure. Big shout out to certified.
Anyway, I'll keep reading it for you later. Just so we currently have these three things going. Did it stop? No, it's still transcribing, which is good. So we have this audio transcription and speech analysis. One sec. Don't know why notifications are playing. I thought I turned off notifications from everywhere. Yeah, obviously the transcription is not great. Don't remember saying anything like that. When I say bionic chaos, it's always getting always transcribing it incorrectly. It's stop now. Bionic chaos. Well, right, that's better. Hopefully that becomes a word like Google or Twitter or ChatGPT. Yeah, OpenAI. Yeah, so those words are not in the dictionary, are they? Even of the transcriber. That's interesting. So when I say bionic chaos, I should split it into two words. What if I say bionichaos.com? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not the website. I don't know what is chaos.com. I don't want to check. Anyway, yeah, it's my pronunciation as well. It's pretty bad. Have to, yeah, these days, probably if you want to learn English, instead of talking to a native speaker, just talk to a transcriber bot to improve your pronunciation. That was pretty good. Anyway, so that's one tool that we have running. Another tool is this. So this is a synthetic ECG generator. We have all the source code. This is a new tool, so this is all Python. Minimize that a bit. Don't think there's any errors for this. There's a few. Might close that. Yeah, when you're on a large screen, those shots become too wide and narrow. Sorry, it's in wide and short. So I have to fix that. Yesterday we fixed this to auto scale with the screen. So there's the JavaScript resizing charts is running. This JavaScript is actually the data. It's not the actual Java. I don't know why ChatGPT made this file JavaScript instead of making it a JSON file. I guess because it's easier to store this as so it's just a very long variable. ECG data. A very long variable, and the second file will be this JSON file. So have original and then variation 1 and 2. Oh. Yeah, this is nice. This is all Plotly, so you can if whoop, just refresh the page for a sec. So if this is default showing all 4 charts, double clicking on one, oh, right, displays just the one. Double clicking on it again brings all of them back, and single click will hide and unhide a specific chart. So this is nice. The X and Y are, well, the Y axis in this case are auto scaling. We need more improvement on this bit. This numbers in this bar chart meant to give you a summary of the variation in the ECG. So say we would like, we probably can hide this one. Can we do it straight away? So we're running stuff. So this is already in production, already on the site. You can go try it out, play around with it. If you have any comments, please do let me know. And here we have, this is a development bit running just locally. So any changes we make now will only appear locally. Obviously, yeah, this is not great, is it? Anyway, the styling, I keep getting caught in the styling of these things. Originally I had a lot, then I removed a lot of it, and now I'm using the browser's default, so it will just load differently in different browsers. Yeah, it's just impossible to control all this stuff. I don't know how people do it. Let me just, and I'll get to a third thing that we also doing kind of simultaneously. So we have this 3 little projects going at once. Let me just quickly see. me. Checking the live stream again. Didn't know there was an option for YouTube. So now that I'm streaming, you can actually go revisit what happened previously in the stream, and then there's a live button as well. And it will jump to a real time, whatever, like a couple second or two delayed.
Certify the Community Edition and Let's Encrypt.org. Does Bionic Chaos collect any personal information? No, you don't need to provide any personal information to use the site. Can I ask the developer to change or add anything? Yes, please contact me with suggestions and bugs that are not already mentioned. Is the developer interested in collaboration? Yes, drop me a line at info@bionichaos.com. I would like to contribute to the Bionic Chaos project. What are my options? You could help analyze the data or develop new tools. Please contact me with your level of expertise and specific interests. You could also provide constructive feedback or just point out spelling mistakes. I would like to make a financial contribution to support the Bionic Chaos project. Is it possible? Yes, please use patreon.com/bionichaus to support this project.
Yeah, so we finished reading that. Oh, that's way too quiet. Can I boost my voice somehow? Otherwise, I'm getting into the mic already. I'm literally almost touching it. There's a problem. YouTube is telling me there's a problem with the server. What? Anyway, so where were we? Is this still transcribing? Yeah, so surprisingly, been working for quite some time now. Close everything in here. We have this Python code. We the scaling okay. Again, we have this audio transcription and speech analysis. We have the ECG. We need some. We need some header. We have the header. Where's the speech? Just want to make them look the same. Right. I want some description like so. This is H1. H1. Where is it? Why is it at the bottom? Below header. Why is it below? Now this is on the side, on the server. And we have some you have to remember the interactive and educational manner. Pop it in there. Are we using any? Yes, styling is there, but why? Looks different. Ah, I'll sort out styling later. It's crazy. Can't get it right. Now, plotly, we need to figure out if we want these tools to be displayed or not. It kind of makes it interactive, but it's not very. Um, want to have more parameters to be to change, to be adjustable. Then we have pop. The speech stuff, it's still transcribing, which is good. Haven't failed yet. I want to rewrite this into a HTML, and this is what the ChatGPT is really good with. What did we tell it last time? Rewrite into HTML text. And just all this. Just something to start with. Have to redo this. Um, okay, this is a bit. No, this is okay. This is the. Well, yeah, this is better. Header. Did it just select this? No, wait, it's changing. It's changing the text. Because I asked to rewrite. Okay, we'll go with that. I forgot. I meant to just ask turn this into HTML, so keep the text the same. But this H1 would be useful. Comment this out. Should be. Did it finish? Yeah, it did finish. It's more like a simulation. analysis. Just make sure ECG waveform simulation analysis. And what did GPT produce this stuff? So this can go into a footer. Do we have a footer? Uh, H recognition. Yeah, it is in the footer section. We don't have a footer there. We can pop it in here. Also put it into no, it made it just pop this footer, very long one, then we'll make it shorter. Pop this footer in here. Right, so we have that. And we actually want to change this to this. Why do I need JavaScript? Use everything. Right. With the H1 and everything. Between the footer. Just format document. ECG. Okay. I don't know why. Yeah, not ideal where all the spaces and stuff. We wanted to add spaces to the following HTML text. It's the same as a, yeah. No, it doesn't get it. Let's do something else. So leave it like that at the moment. We need to figure out if we need this this first chart. We have it in the original anyway. So we could, let's just check Was it Control Shift C? What's this? ECG plot. What happens if we just remove that? Don't get anything at all. Why? It's the HTML. Yes. What's going on? Just saying we should just remove this first ECG simulation because we actually have it on that second chart anyhow, and I'm having trouble doing so. We can just remove it from here. Right, that leaves that empty space. Let's just have GPT-4 rewrite this HTML. Ideally, we want this text to be in a separate file. That's okay.
The provided HTML code is for a web page dedicated to ECG waveform visualization. Here's a breakdown of its structure and content. Document structure. The doc type declaration specifies the document.
I don't know if I need this volume any. It should be well adjusted, the volume of the port.
Document type, and the HTML tag defines the root of the document with a specified language, N for English. Head section. Advertisement script. There's an external script from Google AdSense for displaying ads. Metadata. The character set and viewport settings are defined. Title. The title of the web page is set as ECG waveform visualization. External libraries and styles. The web page uses the Plotly JavaScript library for visualizations. There are two style sheets linked, a global one, /styles.css, and a local one, styles.css. Body section. Header, contains the website's logo, Bionicos, and a navigation menu with links to home, about, and contact pages. Main content. A title, H1, describing the purpose of the page, ECG waveform simulation and analysis. 3D IV elements to host the Plotly charts. ECG waveform plot, ECG plot. QRS variations overlay plot, QRS overlay plot. ECG component amplitude bar chart, amplitude bar chart. JavaScript to load and display the ECG data and charts. Place heavy scripts, like the Plotly library or other visualization libraries, at the end of the body tag. This ensures that the page's content loads before the scripts, providing a faster perceived loading time.
Yes, we might do this at the end, but at the moment it doesn't seem to be a speed problem.
Multiple pages with the same header and footer, consider creating separate include files for them. This makes it easier to update these sections across multiple pages.
That's a good advice, because yeah, for now it's like copy paste. I tried it, but it didn't really work.
Accessibility. Make sure all interactive elements are accessible. For example, the menu toggle checkbox serves as a makeshift button. Consider using ARIA roles and attributes to enhance accessibility. Responsive design. Ensure that the design is mobile-friendly and scales well on different devices, especially since you have a flexible viewport setting. Error handling. In the JavaScript where you're fetching the JSON data, ensure there's error handling in case the fetch fails.
Right. Well, the fetch should not fail because the JSON file is actually in the same folder. So that's okay. We do want to remove or hide. Should we just hide it? No, we can remove it. So we're removing the ECG waveform plot as it's already displayed in the overlay plot. Right, so the sound of the bot is better. That's good.
Sure, I'll remove the ECG waveform plot, ECG plot, section from your HTML and also the corresponding plotly code from the JavaScript section. Here's the modified code.
Right, so this is the yeah, have to be careful with it because sometimes it's generating just the snippet. Sometimes it's generating the whole code, and when it's generating the whole code, you have to actually make sure it doesn't have any sections that say, place this previous code in here. But generally, yes, you can get it to do the job. Station. We're generating the whole footer stuff. Hope not. And we have this script have to probably go into a separate file. This will be a JavaScript file. What if I just place a comment here, move into a separate JavaScript file? Will actually ChatGPT pick up? Oh, no. Stop. No. No, don't do that. Right, so yeah, for the footer it says just place the footer here. Okay. How do I do that? Might change it to this as well. So let's, the way we normally do things is have two files. So we'll rename this into index old. No, wait. Let's create a copy of it. And place this stuff into the new index. I have to, we'll bring the footer later. And yeah, it did the job. So that looks better. There are 5 errors. What? Right, the add wouldn't work. There's another error for resizing. Right, so it's not resizing. Right, because we need to, didn't say that will change the JavaScript as well. Um, so this JavaScript file that's resizing the window would not work. We do this. Right, it actually works. So we were able to do something ourselves. Uh, yeah, one thing for sure, this this whole process is forcing you to learn JavaScript and whatever it is generating Python. Right, so this is better. We'll keep. So now because we forked index, fork this tool. Now we only need to bring this stuff. We actually can run them. Oh, yeah, we can open them side by side. We can also run them side by side. Anyone? That error is okay. Yeah, the other thing is, yeah, on a too wide screen. So if you do this, no, I have a super wide screen. That's why also my stream, you have this thing at the bottom of my screen because I have this weird screen. Just check it on our screen, but still on a regular size, it was 21, 23, whatever inch standard 16 by 9. It still looks weird because it's too wide. This thing can actually point on the screen. How far? Yeah, this is the end of my camera. So, but yes, it is much better than what we had before. We also right. So from we need the footer business. Can I copy by doing by copy the, like what's this button called? Whatever this is called. If I close that whole text and copy this, would it copy the whole thing? I suspect not. What did it do? I didn't do anything. Can I select? No, looks like to select the whole thing. Right, so I have that description there. I have to still format it properly. I'll just leave it as is for now. What else do we need to do? Right, so we can delete that older copy, move to recycle bit, yes. So we're left with this script. And we need to adjust its width. So how do we do that? To set maximum width, but then what happens? So if you on a very wide screen, you want them to be side by side. If you on about I guess it's that 600 pixels. Then you want them to be vertically arranged. Can I do it? Yeah, I won't be able to do it all here. I don't know actually how. I have another code that does it. It's actually happening here for this header, the logo. When it's crossing 600, it's displaying the actual menu. Oops. So there's a JavaScript or something checking for it. ChatGPT did it for us. Is this red not the same as this red? They look. Oh, it's only on my screen, but they look like different colors. Check it here. Yeah, this color is that 91D. The end. Oh, what's just? It's just. Yeah, it is a different color. It's not actual red. Can I fix that? Need to get rid of this color everywhere. Just to be a standard color. Oh, come on. Why is it? It, um, it just should be just called header A. Ah, yeah. So, hey, Jason. I think someone's just checking. I think Jason is just checking if this is an actual live stream or pre-recorded. Unfortunately, it's not pre-recorded. Anyway, I'll fix that color later. So the other way to work with ChatGPT, it's actually probably better if it's starting to hallucinate, it's just to zip the whole folder and send it to and upload it. We might do that if it starts giving us some rubbish. Just one sec. Yeah, I'm looking for the folder. Is this still transcribing? Yeah, it's still transcribing. It's not failing. This is great. Before it was crashing on me every now and then. Now it's been working for some time. So this is all the transcript of what I said so far. Obviously, it's doing some mistakes. I don't remember saying whoop. Maybe I did. Yeah, I didn't say Justin, but yeah, it's correct 90% of the time. I'm just surprised it's working for so long because the normally a HTML a tab will have a timeout. Now it's working fine. Yeah, we need to make some more improvements to it. I don't know what that's suggestions by ChatGPT. I haven't actually looked into it in more detail, but yeah, we can display those volume metrics and speech rate metrics on top of the chart here. We would like to, for this scroller, to automatically scroll when you have more more text coming through. And also you potentially want to be able to set the time window for this display. And yeah, those will be like the absolute maximum for the whole session, and this will be like a running measurement for volume and speech rate. The idea was to display this while someone speaks, and potentially you can have a big button or the whole background going yellow, green, red, depending how well they are doing in terms of volume and speech rate. Primarily wanted to use it for myself during those live streams or video recording. So it meant to give you some feedback on how you doing with your presentation. Later it could do other fancy things like analysis of sentiment, like how positive or negative whatever you say is, give some improvements. I know Microsoft PowerPoint does these things. Probably improved a lot since I tried it about a year ago. But we're just doing explainable AI. So all this, eventually you will have the source code for everything, and you could actually see how it all works without any black boxes. So we have this one. Looks better than what we currently have online. We can close this, close that. I don't know what that error was. Just get rid of it. Yes, it's failing to load the ads because it's running locally. The actual thing should be loading ads. Okay, this is a new site, so ads will only come up later, and this one as well. It's pretty new. I'm surprised it's still transcribing. And no, I don't know why there's no error indication here, whereas there's an error there. The security error as well. What? I don't know what's that about. But interestingly, there's no. Normally, you will have an error indication displayed on top here as well. Anyway, let's just so leave this too. I'm still testing this one. I'm still developing this the ECG waveform simulation analysis tool, and we have a third project that we're, as if two is not enough. That one is doing So this is our code, all our source code, which is available on the site. So you can literally go and download this Python script as well if you like. This one just by, but yeah, there's no link. So it's essentially you will know about it only if you watch this video. So keep watching. You could go the website /bionicchaos.com/ECG tool py, and I guess the Python script will just be downloaded to your computer. Anyway, we have the ECG visualization, we have the speech analysis, and we also had EEG data processing. Currently, we only have this Python script. Don't have anything else. What if I just quickly? I'll leave this one. What? Leave this one running. Open a new tab. So what if I do? Again, this is still unlisted. There's no. We need an index HTML there. I will just take it from another tool just so it's displaying something. Copy this one. Some sort of template HTML. Right, it's still on so obviously it won't be here. So I'm getting mixed up with all these tools. Get the hang of it soon. Rename, just need this name. Oh. Right. So we have that going. We'll use it as a template. We don't need this script. Oh, this is messy. This is gonna be messy. This should be EEG. This was not simulation, so it's using MNE. It's well, if you ever did the EEG analysis, it's a well-known platform for processing EEG data. Didn't change. Why? So let's change all. ECG 16,000 to EEG. Replace all and save. So it's not stimulation. It's actually real EEG sample. So we have some. Yeah, obviously there's no QRS and things like that. Just get get rid of all that. Sorry. Right. We have all this errors. So this will be a whole different beast. This Python currently is displaying data. We want to also save it as JSON files. And so what this code does should be running. I have everything installed. Might take for it some time. We have the data downloaded. It will just load an example sample dataset. So it's actually doing something. An explanation to it as well. Did we lose it? Yeah, must have. Right. So it generated all this stuff. A beta band power. Theta delta. This SVM is different. Yeah, I want that tool, like a HTML that displays things, something like this. I don't know how to better arrange this, but this actual raw data. This is all open source. This is M&E Python. Does it say somewhere? Doesn't. Yeah, so ideally we'll have yeah, something like this displayed in a tool. It's a quite a comprehensive thingy. That is going on here. There's all this MEG data, and you also have EEG. This many channels, 50, 60 channels of one is out of EEG, and a channel of eye movement. So quite a comprehensive data set, and you have some sort of stimulation. So those are auditory stimulation on left and right. Oops, sorry, touch the mic. um, some sort of auditory stimulation. You have these shortcuts for it. So anyway, it's quite a comprehensive review thing. Opening this, so this is response EEG and EOG and MEG to auditory stimulation. And this is what the data looks like. So in theory, there should be some sort of brain response after these stimulations occur. So this will be a very interesting data set to process, to look at. This example was published to Kiev with the MNE dataset, and the reason I was able to do it, so as you saw before, this is all generated by this Python script. So we have to explain all that and create a tool that will go into here without all these errors. It's just because we copied a different HTML file. Right, so how long will it take? To display something useful. I might just say bye bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe, like, put notifications, tell your friends, watch the videos, check the website, the whole lot. It's still transcribing. Yeah, I'll say bye bye. And no, it's not transcribing anymore, and no error messages. Okay, so that tab must have timed out. And I'll say bye bye. I'll just keep going for take a break, and keep going with this. So talk soon. Not sure what Jason Mann wanted to say. They wanted to say something. He wants money and handshakes. Okay. Just confirm that this thing is not transcribing anymore. And I meant to get an error message, but I don't see it. And who knows why. Um, I mean, it's not, yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, the ChatGPT thing also does a lot of things like that. This site will forget what you told it to do before. If you uploaded some files, it will all of a sudden, after unknown period of time, will just forget it had them. So, yeah. Did that bit okay. Just quickly generate. So we're using GPT-4 code interpreter. Yeah, everything is beta. EEG data. Just pop this one in for it to explain and do its magic. Right, yeah, so that's M&E Python package. There should be a proper, I have to make sure I have a proper link to, well, I have a this. Yeah, that's the funny looking logo. So the people working on it, thank you very much. I'm just trying to see when it was updated. It has a BSD license, open source, a copyright to the authors. Let's get the bot to read this while it's generating some code explanation.
Redistribution and use in source and binary forms, with or without modification, are permitted provided that the following conditions are met. Redistributions of source code must retain the above copyright notice, this list of conditions, and the following disclaimer. Redistributions in binary form must reproduce the above copyright notice, this list of conditions, and the following disclaimer in the documentation and/or other materials provided with the distribution. Neither the names of many Python authors nor the names of any contributors may be used to endorse or promote products derived from this software without specific prior written permission. This software is provided by the copyright holders and contributors, as is, and any express or implied warranties, including, but not limited to, the implied warranties of merchantability and fitness for a particular purpose are disclaimed. In no event shall the copyright owner or contributors be liable for any direct, indirect, incidental, special, exemplary, or consequential damages, including, but not limited to, procurement of substitute goods or services, loss of use, data, or profits, or business interruption, however caused and on any theory of liability, whether in contract, strict liability, or tort, including negligence or otherwise, arising in any way out of the use of this software, even if advised of the possibility of such damage. Help. Installing packages.
Right. Anyway, so it's quite a permissive license. Was there any, I don't know if what I'm doing is not commercial, but just in case there's no mention, yeah, it can be redistributed with or without modifications. We are gonna modify it quite a bit. This code, this original Python script was generated by ChatGPT, and no, it did not give the right the correct license, acknowledgement or whatever. So I have to add a file. Can I just download it from the website? It's also on GitHub, and this should have license updated 2 years ago. When was this? This project was updated yesterday. Python 2 days ago. Fix bug on ARM64. Okay. 5 days ago. So it's good to know it's an ongoing project. You probably won't let me contribute to it anyway, so just make our own contribution on the Bionic Chaos website. I do need that license file. Can I just save link as HTML? No, need the text. I don't know how to. Yeah, GitHub is not the greatest. So apparently, download, copy, raw. Yeah, just copy this new file. license ext. Just pop this in there. Save. And we'll have like a link to the license. Let's see. So this code was generated using our prompts. We already had like hundreds of prompts for generating this code. This was last week. So we asked it to make more improvements. Let's see what it says.
Certainly. Here are some improvements that can be made to the script. 1. Modularize the code. Breaking the script into smaller functions can make it more readable, reusable, and easier to debug. Python. Copy code. Def load underscore n underscore visualize underscore data. Return raw def preprocess underscore data, raw. Return epochs def compute. Breaking the script into smaller functions can make it more readable, reusable, and easier to debug.
That's okay.
Add checks and handle potential errors, such as data file not found, events missing, etc. Python. Copy code. There are redundant lines for extracting valid event labels. Optimize them. 4. Improve visualization. Customize the color maps, axis labels, and other aspects of the plots to make them more informative. Save plots to files for later reference. 5. Optimize feature extraction. Instead of looping through PSDs to calculate band power, consider using vectorized operations with number py for faster computations. 6. Expand hyperparameter search. Customize the color maps, axis labels, and other aspects of the plots to make them more informative. Save plots to files for later reference.
Right, so we want to save the data to files, to probably a JSON file, and then display it on a HTML, and essentially create an API that will generate those charts, because there's a lot of assumptions in this code that we either don't want to make or have option to change in the tool that we are making.
Reference. 5. Optimize feature extraction. Instead of looping through PSDs to calculate band power, consider using vectorized operations with number py for faster computations. 6. Expand hyperparameter search. Expand the range of hyperparameters in the grid search to ensure the best possible model parameters are found. Consider including more advanced hyperparameters such as gamma for the RBF kernel. Expand the range of hyperparameters in the grid search to ensure the best possible model parameters are found. Consider including more advanced hyperparameters such as gamma for the RBF kernel. 7. Cross-validation and model evaluation. Split the data into training and testing sets to evaluate the model's generalization performance. Print a confusion matrix or other evaluation metrics like precision, recall, F1, score, etc. 8. Save and load model. After training, save the best model using joblib or another method for potential later use. Add functionality to load a pre-trained model. 9. Comments and documentation. Add doc strings to functions describing their purpose, input parameters, and return values. Comment on complex or non-obvious parts of the code. 10. Incorporate other ML algorithms. While SVM is a good choice, also consider other algorithms like random forest, gradient boosting, or neural networks. This can provide a comparison of the performance of different models. 11. Data augmentation, for future consideration. If the dataset is limited, consider data augmentation techniques suitable for time series data, such as time warping, adding noise, or jittering. 12. Optimize imports. Organize and group the imports at the top. Only import necessary functions or modules to keep the script lightweight. 13. Data normalization. While standard scaling is used in the script, consider other normalization techniques based on the nature of the data. For instance, min-max scaling might be another option. 14. Logging. ChatGPT may. Instead of print statements, consider using Python's logging module to create logs, especially if this script is intended to be part of a larger system. Implementing these suggestions would make the script more robust, efficient, and maintainable.
Yeah, right. Can we turn this into HTML? Just put it on the site. Turn last response into HTML text. We'll pop it on the site for further or later improvements. So it's also as a script of what we are working on. But you got a lot of you have a lot of experience with EEG, so we'll have some more better ideas. And yes, we need to know exactly what the data set is. This one was published together with um, yeah, it's loading the data from M&E. No, I actually have to. The data will probably have its own disclaimers that you have to make. Does this have the data? Two stars examples. Data sets. Silence. Spectrum. What?
The examples gallery provides working code samples demonstrating various analysis and visualization techniques. These examples often lack the narrative explanations seen in the tutorials and do not follow any specific order. These examples are a useful way to discover new analysis or plotting ideas, or to see how a particular technique you've read about can be applied using Python. Note, if example scripts contain plots and are run locally, using the interactive flag with Python, tutorial_script.py keeps them open. Warning, these examples sometimes use simulations or shortcuts, such as intentionally adding noise to recordings, to illustrate a point. Use caution when copy-pasting code samples. M&E tools / Python public.
Oh.
Notification.
Yeah, that's for sure. Where was it? The examples. Anyway, the original data sets. Where am I getting the dataset? That Python code is downloading a dataset probably of GitHub somewhere. Fetch buff if uh, is this a buff on my machine? No. Buffer over several strings. Joule dataset sample data buff. Anyway, it's getting the data from there. Um, and it's using this M&E software for MEG and EEG data analysis. You read, find events. Yeah, we're doing it for a stimulation channel. Just one of the stimulation channel 14. You know why? That's using that stimulation channel. That's this regular stimulation, same as on 006. It has more like rapid firing stimulation there. Yeah, very interesting. I have to figure it out. Can display all these shortcuts. There's no actual manual with like buttons on the screen and shortcuts. That's normally how we do things. Yeah, unless you remember all the shortcuts. We can just have it in a different screen. I guess. Can have it on the website as well in the same fashion. User documentation. show the time window. Home and what? It's a really weird shortcuts. If what was it? Home and end. Shorter time window, longer time window. Yeah, this is obviously auto scaling. Has some stimulus. What does that mean? To have those stimulation bits are not all the same height. You can just look at the whole, the largest section. Yeah, have to figure it out. I'm wondering. So this should be anyway. Bottom line, looking at the that's just the frequency. Yeah, the weights and all. Yeah. Anyway, it can use a lot of improvement. This thing. I like to actually explain where's the data coming from and why. Um, that specific STI-14 was selected. Let's see what it says. The other question is, where's the data? Where's the data coming from? Still generating the previous response. Yeah, I think it's some generic. I mentioned probably generic response.
In MEG/EEG studies, an external stimulus, like a sound or a visual cue, is often presented to the participant, and the neural response to this stimulus is measured. The exact time at which these stimuli occur is crucial for analysis, as researchers often want to segment the continuous data around these stimulus events. The stimuli times are usually recorded in the data as a separate channel, often referred to as the stimulus channel or stim channel. This channel records trigger signals that indicate when a particular event, like a stimulus presentation, took place. In the M&E sample dataset, as well as in many MEG/EEG datasets, the stimulus channel is labeled STI-014. This is a convention in some MEG systems, where STI stands for stimulus and 014 is just a specific channel identifier. The actual name of the stim channel can vary between different MEG/EEG setups and datasets. So, when calling M&E.find_events, raw function is being directed to look for event triggers in the STI-014 channel of the raw data. By analyzing this channel, the function can find the times when different events, example, different types of stimuli, occurred, allowing for subsequent epoching and analysis around these events.
So if can you tell where the data set is coming from and also explain its contents? Yeah, there will be some M&E information. This was obviously just a generic response. Yeah, want this in the description of HTML header, footer. Yeah, want it in the footer. We want to get rid of HTML body, and also oops, it should be indicating errors. I want to get rid of the yep. Get rid of all that. Right. So we have the Python script and we have this explanation to it. So that's okay.
Dataset in the script is from the MNE Python sample data. Here's an overview. Origin. The dataset is a part of the sample data provided by MNE Python to help users get started with the library and to provide a standard dataset for tutorials and examples. It's often used in tutorials because most MNE Python users will have it, making it easier to reproduce results. Contents. The dataset is a subset of the data described in this publication. Meg and EEG data analysis with MNE Python. Alexander Gramford, Martin Loesi, Eric Larson, Dennis A. Engemann, Daniel Strohmeyer, Christian Brodbeck, Roman Gaj, Manik Jazz, Tion L.
That's hallucinating paper. Example dataset. Oh, there's a bunch. You just hallucinate this? I think so. No, it didn't. It does exist. 2015. Yes. Frontiers in Neuroscience. Yes. So I didn't hallucinate. That's great.
Modality. The dataset contains both MEG, magnetoencephalography, and EEG, electroencephalography, data. Stimuli. Participants were presented with auditory stimuli to their left ear, right ear, or both, binaural. They also received visual stimuli to the left or right visual field. Data structure. The .fif file format, specific to the MNE software, holds the raw data, which includes continuous time series data from all sensors, event markers, and various metadata. Channels. Apart from MEG and EEG sensors, there are other channels like EOG, electrooculogram, for eye movements, and STI, stimulus channels. STI 014 is the stimulus channel used to mark when events, like auditory or visual stimuli, were presented. Events. Different types of events are marked in the data, corresponding to different stimuli. These event markers allow for segmenting the continuous data into epochs centered around the stimuli. Use. Researchers and analysts can use this data to study the neural responses to different types of stimuli. By segmenting the data around the event markers, one can average across many repetitions of the same stimulus type to enhance the signal-to-noise ratio and better understand the typical neural response to that stimulus. If you're interested in diving deeper into the specifics of this dataset or other datasets provided by MNE Python, you can refer to the official MNE Python documentation. Regenerate. ChatGPT may produce inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. ChatGPT August
So I was just getting distracted by the YouTube analytics stuff. Anyhow, this stuff looks legit. So I can't be possibly going over all this. That's why we're using ChatGPT. But my educated guess, M&E should have. It's a legit tool. It is not working anymore. We can. The volume is still running, so it's doing something. But the transcription is not going. So I have to. Obviously, if you refresh the window, it should start working again. That's right. It still gets some errors to do with cache control. Have to look into that. Cookies, yeah, don't care about cookies so much. But anyway, we'll close this for now. This tool we made an update to it. So we'll have the updated version going, hopefully. Late today or tomorrow. Right, we have ads are back, so hopefully we can cover some electricity costs for this project. Right, so we have the speech analysis going, that's okay. This one will be replaced by the EEG. It will be not this one. It will be the one without the original ECG. So this is the Python script, by the way. You have to explain it all. At the bottom, I think we do. So that's working fine. So yeah, check out the website, please. Watch out for updates that will be coming shortly. So this one will be replaced by ECG analysis simulation. So this will be synthetic ECG and some analytics. And we'll have a new tool on EEG coming shortly. It's already in the works. Hopefully we'll get it into something useful. So it'll be ideally a whole HTML displaying all this, where you could scroll through real data and have your different frequency analysis, your alpha, beta, delta, theta results, and also some AI, so SVM weights. Currently it's not displaying anything useful, but we'll turn this into a HTML tool, a web tool, and we'll go from there. So let me know if there are any questions, any comments. Would be great. There is nothing in the chat except that weird comment from Jason Man, who wants handshakes, money, and more handshakes. And I'll just catch you next time. Bye.